Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included. In the previous episode we have dug out the entirety of the slime biome to make it easier for us in the future to deal with it. It is still kind of calming down. You can see right here we have barely any germs. Up here there are a bunch more. Of course here we have our slime stored for future processing. Also, the natural gas geyser finally became dormant. I totally forgot that you can actually see even without analysis when it is dormant. And this one here was not dormant. When it says idle, it's just waiting until the next eruption phase. The cool steam vent here on the right side is also dormant. So I figured we should take that opportunity and also wall it in and do the analysis and everything. So that is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna get in here and try to build a little encasement for it until we are actually dealing with it. And this also means I should be able to get rid of a couple of things in order to actually build this properly. So let's maybe make a corridor over there. And then we're also gonna ladder our way down here because this liquid, well, actually this is way too hot. Yeah, I want to keep my 23 degrees in here. We are already pretty hot here. We'll have to cool all of this down using our base. Oh, by the way, that somehow reminds me that we can inspect other things. Yeah, look at that. We can inspect the printing pod. So let's do that. And we even get more data banks out of this. Okay, this was amazing. I had no idea. Also, Camille earned a skill point. I believe I want to go directly to demolition with her now. So we're going to ignore everything else and we're going to get into improved construction and then demolition. And I believe I'm going to switch her hat because we're going to have more builders, but we're not going to have more demolitionists. Yeah, look at that with the pen duct taped. I just love it. You can also clearly see I set up more deodorizers. The most important thing when it comes to slime lung, as mentioned previously, is to get rid of the polluted oxygen, and that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Until we have 0 germs left. Also in today's episode I would like to finish exploring. That means we want to know about all the geysers and everything we have on this planetoid. I believe we might be able to do that here already. Yeah, look at that. We have minor volcanoes, hot polluted oxygen vent. Wait, are you serious? I've never had a polluted oxygen vent. Okay, natural gas geyser. And I know I'm always pronouncing geyser wrong, or at least sometimes. Gonna have to learn to deal with it. Cool steam vent we already found, as well as the cool salt slush geyser. There's another cool slush geyser. That's great. We can offset. Oh man, I have so many ideas for contraptions right now. Usually I take every geyser on its own, but if we can pair up a hot and a cold geyser together, this is going to be extremely energy efficient. The polluted water here at the bottom isn't too hot, however, we do have a lot of it already. On the other side, it's probably the only polluted water left that we have to take care of. So my suggestion is we're going to take our sweet time to actually collect all of that. And I think all we have to do is just bring up the piping and we should already be hooked up. Yeah, there we go. So this is going to go directly to the polluted water storage. We're also gonna grab some more power. I guess I can go straight down here. Power and pipes, yeah, that is everything we need. Pumping stuff is that simple. By the way, I enabled auto harvest for this one. I believe we can even do that here at the bottom. Scalding. Oh no, what is happening? Ah, of course, we just opened up the water here and I totally forgot about that. This is gonna be a freaking mess. On the other side, this might actually save our butts in terms of temperatures. If we can even this out a little bit, then it might not be that hard to pump everything up and still get it into our base. So back into the pipes we go, and instead we want to set up a liquid filter. Say we start to filter out the water here. Water goes into this direction and polluted water will go here. This way we can still leave the plant pump in place. Now, Camille is suffering a little bit because of the scalding effects, which happens, I believe, over 80 degrees or over 75 or so. It's just over 70 degrees is bad for your duplicants in general. This means temporarily within medicine, I would like to set up a triage cot and we will be able to save Camille. I think right now oh no, she's still scalding. So we have to get her out of there into the bed. Camille, run, run. Okay. That was actually a little bit closer than I anticipated. She's just gonna lay down for a cycle or two and then she's gonna be okay again. And until then, hopefully, this area is not gonna be scaldingly hot anymore. Do we have another skill point? I think so. Meep, wonderful. You can go into improved carrying too and make me even more proud. Camille has to build her own medical bed. That's just the sort of mindset we're working here with. There she goes. She looks pretty happy at this point. She might even be simulating because the bed looks really comfortable. We'll have to keep an eye on her. We still didn't finish the analysis of the natural gas geyser. This, by the way, is the first time I don't take a dedicated researcher, and you can really feel it. Research is slower and also analysis of the geyser is slower. But we have to think in the long run, over 2,500 cycles, it just doesn't matter anymore. And then all that wasted potential, I mean, once we've analyzed all the geysers and we've done all the research, then the research guy is just gonna be for nothing anymore. But here we go, things are looking actually pretty good, except maybe coal. Eventually coal is gonna run out though. We probably can still support our coal generator for many cycles at this point. Because of instances like this, there is plenty of coal still to be gathered. But right now I'm more interested in getting rid of this water pool so we can dig even further down. There is already the magma layer. Looks like the magma layer is very uneven this time around. And then we also need to explore upwards. Maybe upwards is something we can already plan out. If we just go up here, for instance, I don't want to disturb the Sweetles. They should just survive there. If you leave these pockets alone, I believe you never run out of Sweetles. You can grab them later on. And we're just gonna make our way up here, see what happens. Camille, in the meantime, is not doing much better. Yeah, it is a slow process to get back healed up again. Yeah, what I should have done is made her go away for a couple of minutes so everything can cool down here. The water could flow away. That was over 80 degrees and right now no duplicants would be scalding anymore, taking care of that vent. Devin mostly suffers the problem of not having any oxygen nearby, so that's why he's being slow right now. This is not going to be the problem for the cool steam vent anymore. Kimmel is back up on her feet. I had some sound issues previously, so now the game sounds are back. Sorry about that. Wow, Camilla is going crazy. I should get every duplicant sick and then they're just gonna do an incredible job. Of course, she profits off of all the duplicants who have supplying and already supplied all the materials. Come on, Devin, finish this already. It took like 5 cycles. Man, finally is done. That means we're gonna collect the data disks and afterwards we're gonna close it off. Devin should now go to the next geyser. Actually, I didn't set this to analyze yet. Looks like we almost got rid of the entirety of the polluted oxygen and we're down to, actually not significantly down in terms of germs. But there we go, another analysis is happening. I want to make sure none of the items on the ground actually stay there. So right here we can now finish this, priority 6, so that gets done sooner. And we are gonna go back to priority 1 with the geyser because we have to do nothing with it anymore in terms of duplicant labor. Of course, only until it actually comes to utilizing this thing. And you know what? I think I now want to open this up as well. We're gonna open this up. We want all the liquids funneled down into the current collection area. Another thing that was temporary is this farm tile here. I didn't know exactly where to put it, but I would say right here on the top it would be more adequate. Right now we don't really have any polluted water going on. I mean, there will be coming some from the bottom, but this is not a reliable source. What is a reliable source is the pooping water, so we can use that to fill up some hydroponic farms, for instance. Let's say we want to do about 3 farms, so I'm gonna move my wash basin over, and we could set up a bunch of hydroponic farms. Now the problem is hydroponic farms only are being supplied using pipes, so no duplicant labor anymore. But if we don't have the polluted water to supply it, there is no sense in using it right now. But eventually I will exchange that. For now, let me just deconstruct this, move the wash basin, and we're gonna plant our thimbleweed over there because obviously we need to pick up polluted water to supply it and make it grow, and therefore duplicants become churmy. We want to wash those off. Before they brought the water all the way over here, and of course right when they gave it to the thimbleweed, they were all quite churmy and didn't wash their hands afterwards. Clay forbid they ate right afterwards. There we go. We're gonna go for 2. Nah, let's just set up 3 right now. And then we can also disable this guy. This guy is harvest ready though. I want to make sure that we harvest it. Why isn't it harvested already? Who the heck is slacking? Devin, if you don't hop up in the morning and harvest that plant immediately, I'm gonna change your code. Well, he's doing some harvesting. That's fine. We have another skill point. Skills. Harold. Wonderful. We need to work towards mechatronics engineering, still the most important for him, so the path is clear. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Now we can copy the settings. We're gonna have our 3 thimblary plants over there. Obviously we need to dig away a little bit, and then there it goes. We can take that apart. I also would like to have a storage chest right here next to the exosuit forge with a bunch of thimbleweed and whatever else is necessary for it. Now, one problem I did not think of is the body temperature. Right here, it should actually be okay, right? Because it is between, let me see, 22 to 37 degrees. Ah, okay, so it might even be too low. No. Why is the... body temperature just went away. So once again, I was just a little too impatient. We're now waiting for a duplicant to give this some polluted water. Not sure what Devon is doing. Of course, that makes sense, because we are analyzing the cool steam vent at the moment and Devon is really busy doing that. So he was slacking with his other jobs. Are you telling me another skill point? Auto, masterworks or plumbing? What do you want? We haven't even started decorating yet and he's already at morale usage 10. Yes, I think we are gonna go into plumbing with him. Yeah, that's not gonna take much. And then holy cow, Meep doesn't have a lot of skill points yet. Yeah, of course, Harold and Meep are the new guys. Okay, makes sense. Let's continue. I would say with potentially 3 thimbleweed growing upstairs, we do not need that anymore. It's even in the wrong atmosphere. And then we also somehow have to make our way over here in order to deconstruct all of these tiles. And holy cow, the pump is still not built. Sometimes, especially when it comes to duplicants having to travel far, this can become a little bit tedious. So we will have to work towards the plastic age and actually set up a transit tube system sooner than later, I would say. Another thing I would like to keep is at least 1 pacu fish. At the moment, let me see, I think I have 1 fish in here. Yeah, right there, we have a pacu fry. This guy here is currently eating my algae, which I don't want, so we're gonna kill him off, knowing somewhere else we have another pacu ready for the taking. I'm also digging my way over here. There is possibly a minor volcano here that we could use. It is pretty far up, I have to say. Usually the minor volcanoes are all the way down here at the magma layer. There's another thing I'm interested in here. This here is probably another minor volcano, but I'm hoping on the right side here we'll find something else. Also, I just noticed we missed a little bit of slime. I would like to dig this away, that's for sure. And then I guess until we pumped up the water, we cannot really go further down. Let's see what's the hold up. Yeah, of course, I didn't set the liquid filter just yet. We want to filter out polluted water. No, hold the phone. We need to filter out the normal water and polluted water should go straight through the green. So normal water is what we want to sort out and then we should be able to continue these pipes. Right, yeah, polluted water goes straight up. That is good. It is pretty hot at this point. So I was thinking, why not actually use some of the polluted ice we found around? Some chill can actually escape here through this tile. So let's make sure we also build an insulation here. But my point is we are already making our way up here. And sometimes we will be mining some polluted water. As a matter of fact, we should do that. The more polluted water I have, the more it's going to be possible to actually cool this down using temp shift plates. If we check this out, the temp shift plate here, we should be able to build this out of ice, which we also have, and then polluted ice, which we don't have enough of just yet. But I can already show you what this is going to do. So instead of letting the ice melt, we're going to use it to make temp shift plates. I'm going to build 2 temp shift plates here. Actually, we have the capacity to build 3, so we shall do that. It requires 800 kilograms of ice, and as soon as this is built, and because it is touching way warmer water, it's going to immediately melt. It's going to increase the amount of water we have in the pool, but also cool it down considerably. And this is exactly what we should be doing here, especially if we have more scalding dupes. So Camille just broke through here. This is actually really something I wanted her to do. But now you should get out of the way without being scalded anymore. Okay, I think she's fine. And we get the rest of the water here in order to pump up. By the way, I'm now working with the fast speed setting because I want to get some work done. But overall, we're probably going to play at speed 2 because that's really the best balance in my opinion. By the way, if you supplied these temp shift plates with ice, the ice is still gonna melt inside. So you run the risk of losing all those materials. But on the other side, the effect would be the same. We can just let the ice melt instead of building the temp shift plates. You can also set up a storage bin, just fill it up with ice. That would have the same effect. However, I noticed the temp shift plates this way just have the quickest impact if it is necessary. We can now observe Harold as he is finishing the job, and you just saw, yeah, look at that. The temperature just went down a little bit, and also we increased the amount of water we currently have. We need to do the exact same thing with this pool. Right here it's even more important, and right here obviously we'll have to use polluted ice, and this is exactly why I want to collect some polluted ice. I know, Camille suffers another heat stroke. Heat strokes are actually not pleasant. They do go away quickly, but it's -5 science, -5 machinery, construction and cuisine. It's insane. Also, they have to stop every now and then, catch their breath. At this point, I'm just looking for enough polluted ice to finally set up those temp shift plates, and we shall do that. And of course we want to do that before the actual ice here melts. However, if you haven't noticed, we have -60 degrees temperature in here. This is absolute insanity. I mean, this guy here is -20 degrees, but -60, and it's a freaking huge biome. I mean, this is gonna make it incredibly interesting to first utilize the chill of the planetoid instead of using aqua tuners, for instance. But yeah, we've now reached the top portion. Here's already the vacuum of space. That is good. I'm gonna dig my way towards the left and right side maybe a little bit. I think we also already reached the right side here. So we just have to go down a little bit, and then we'll have a pretty good overview of how the map is composed. Now, because I don't want the ice on the top to actually melt, I'm gonna set up a bunch of storage bins just in case I don't have enough ice or polluted ice to build the temp shift plates. They can reside in here. So we have to look at liquefiable. Ice and snow we can keep in this pool, and then right here we're gonna keep the polluted ice. Wow, check this out. Joshua has ranching 15. I've never actually seen that. However, it comes with 3 negative traits. Falls asleep periodically is almost a no-go. Yeah, we are not in a hurry accepting more duplicants. I want to wait for a better one, even though 15 husbandry is like absolute insanity. There, now we're also storing the polluted ice here in the polluted water storage. But I first want to build the temp shift plates. Finally, Camille is doing something about that. Now check out this plant. We are way too hot for this plant at the moment, 37 degrees. The temperature here is at around 40 degrees and it just dropped to 35. Of course, it's gonna distribute a little bit, and we can also see some chill is coming from these storage bins. Come on, finish that build already. Ah, look at that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted to see, and this plant can soon exist again. Now you just have to make sure we do this periodically. Right now I want to do it a couple more times. Actually, this one here would already be sandstone. Yeah, we did not have enough materials, but that is no problem because we are gonna make our way over. Let's see, I guess at this point I can just dig my way over to the right and left in order to figure out what we can find still. Actually, I already know what is on the right side, so we're just gonna go to the left side to reveal this fog of war. But yeah, essentially I'm almost done with what I set myself up to do for today's episode. I just need to do a little bit more exploring. There's possibly another vent over here. To the right side we already discovered everything. I don't think we will find anything here, and then potentially here at the bottom we have to do some more exploration, but I'm gonna do that as soon as we got rid of this water and polluted water. Alright, I would say with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up for today's episode. I sure hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and leaving your support on these episodes. You have done a phenomenal job. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.